Hello Scorpio, welcome to your 2018 yearly reading. This is a general reading for 2018. What I am going to do in this reading is simply give you a month-by-month breakdown of the energies that are around you in that particular month so that you can plan, you can put ideas in place for what you want to achieve next year, depending on the month. So there's some months are better for some things than others. So it's about utilizing that energy to the maximum, to your optimum, so that you can get the best results possible by working with the energy that is around you. So it is a general reading. If you would like a personalized yearly reading for 2018, then please follow the link below to my webpage, and I will be having a special offer for December and January only, where you can book in and have your personalized yearly reading, which is going to be very significant to you and what you're going to be working with next year. So that's for December and January only. And once that's booked, it's going to be booked. So make sure if you're interested in doing that, that you get in early with the projected reading. I'd also like to thank my subscribers and people that have commented on my channel. I've really appreciated that. And also for all those lovely people, subscribers that have booked a reading and had a reading with me. It's nice to connect with my subscribers one-on-one. That was really lovely, and I hope it was beneficial for you. So let's get on with Scorpio 2018 yearly reading. Let's have a look at what's in store for you. This is January, the Palace of Cups. It's a beautiful card. It's also a very calming card. But for you in January, what's going to happen is a lot of things, a lot of emotional things are going to come to the surface. There's going to be an exploration of the shadow side, the things that we've buried really deeply. They're going to be filtering up. And they will be filtering up for you in the form of dreams. So your dream life is going to be quite active in January. It's going to be quite active for things to come up from to the surface so that it can be released and moved on. So the important thing is to do the work in January about and make sure that you do release that energy, release those issues and move on. So often you feel, you might feel overwhelmingly sad and teary, and that's okay. It's okay to have a cry and not necessarily know why. You don't have to work out the reason why. It's just about feeling that emotion, crying if you want to, and letting it go, letting it move on, so that the energy that's around you is one of really digging deep, bringing to the surface those emotions. For others of you, it's simply going to be that you have a very active dream life. And so in those dreams, there are messages, there are things that are healed. So very often we do a lot of healing in our dream state by reviewing things from the past and healing them and releasing them. And that's also very beneficial. So it's that sort of dreamy, spiritual month for you in January. So, enjoy that really. It's especially when you're having all these wonderful dreams, some of them can be very abstract. So enjoy that. So February, what's coming up in February? Fantastic, the Nine of Cups. It's about the wish. It's the wish card. I love this card. It's just so full of goodness and growth and having your wishes fulfilled. So it's really about I feel like for a lot of you, there's going to be a lot of surprises in store in February. So there's surprises in store. There's I get a sense of you're going to be places that you didn't expect. You're going to get invitations that just come up, and you think, oh, I didn't really think I would be there. I didn't think that was going to happen. But you're going to be doing things that might take you away from plans that you had. This is what I think I'm going to be doing, but it's taken you in another direction, and it's going to be wonderful. It's going to be full of surprises. It's going to be full of abundance. It's going to be full of friendships, celebrations, and bringing into you your heart's desires, what it is you would really love. For some of you, I feel like it's a month where you're going to review and maybe reduce the hours of work. For some of you, it's channeling your energy into a new job, into a new form of study. There's some new study coming up there. So there's a lot of different things for different people, different scorpions here. But it's all positive. It's all adding layers to your life. It's adding richness to your life. So these things are going to start happening. For some of you, I feel like there's a house renovation, which is, an odd thing to say. But I feel like in that month there's going to be a house renovation or a move, or possibly buying a second property on the beach or a holiday destination. There's something there that you've always wanted to do, and that's the energy that's coming in that's going to allow you to do that. So use that to create what your heart's desires. So that's what's happening in February. Really bring in what it is you want. In March, it's really about the Palace of Coins. This is really about home. Home is where the heart is. It's about being at home. It's about feeling safe. It's about feeling secure. It's about feeling loved. It's about feeling somewhere where you can express your true self and really be who you really are without, when we go out in public, we put up images, we put up faces, we put up personas of who we believe people want us to be or want to see. But when you're at home, you can let all of that down. You can let the masks down. You can be who you are. And I feel like with you in March, that's where you're going to be somewhere really safe, somewhere where you enjoy. It's home. And it's going to be, you're going to want to retreat and go back home. It's a homey sort of month where you're just happy, you're content being there, and that's March for you. So it's not about moving out, it's not about traveling, it's not about being busy, it's about just enjoying, relaxing, and being in an environment that brings you a great deal of pleasure and allows you to unwind. So that's the energy that's around you there for March. In April, it's the Page of Cups is about new things coming into your life. I feel like it's an emotional energy in April, and it's about new ventures, new things that, again, it's a heart space. So what you're working in, I feel, in the first 4 months here is heart space stuff. It's stuff that makes you feel happy, brings you pleasure. I feel like there's a new venture for you. There's a new project or a new way of doing things or a new start in the next chapter of your life. It's just the beginning stages of, it makes you feel happy. It's what you've always wanted to do. It's for some of you, it's still in the thought process stages. For others of you, it's actually starting to happen, and it's making you feel more relaxed, more loved, more peaceful. So it's on an emotional level as well, that it's making you feel it's new things that you're starting to put into place as well. For some of you, it could also mean a change in the family dynamics, what's happening. Maybe older children are moving out, the young child's been born or come into the family. It's, because the Page of Cups can also be that, a birth, a new child, where there's new love, there's a new addition. So whether it's a new addition, there's been a proposal, you've got a new member of the family coming in, or there's a new child being born, or there's some newness about this situation in the heart space as well. So that's all happening in April for you. Okay, comes May, and you're back on track. You're fiery. You've had enough of this emotion now, and you're really kicking into the passion, the new ideas, putting new projects into place. It's about making things happen. It's doing things. It's being active, being busy. It's almost like, well, you've got these little plans, and you haven't quite told your partner or you haven't told your family yet what's going to happen. So you're just sort of planning it, and you're going to let the ideas trickle out bit by bit to get people used to that. There's people, if you've got your own business, there's a new way of doing things. There's projects that you want to start, a different way of doing things. If you're working for someone, I feel like there's ideas that you've got, whether you want to go and ask for a raise, or you want to take on a new project, or be part of a new project, or be part of a team. There's new ideas, there's something that's going to ignite that passion that you're going to be really pleased about. It's a bit like the cat that swallowed the canary, you know. You've got these aha moments. Aha, that's what I want to do. Now I know what direction I'm moving in. I know what I want to do. There's those sorts of moments for you in May. So that's exciting. It's a new projects, putting new things into place. It could be the renovation. You've got your new plans coming into play. You know, you're planning. It's a planning stage. It's a planning stage. Okay. In June, it's about stepping back. I feel like for you, Scorpios, it's about, okay, you've got these new plans that you're thinking about in May. Come June, you're going to want to step back and look at it from a different perspective. So, you know, upside down, things are always look different. Okay, so it's about stepping back from a situation and looking at it with another perspective, in another way. It could be, you know, an argument or a discussion that you've had with someone, and you think, well, this is going nowhere. Let me step back, wear their shoes for a while. Let's have a look at this from another angle, with somebody else's perspective, see if I can make sense of this. It could be that you've got a project that you're going to, you want to start, put in place, but before you do that, you want to make sure that it's good, and so you want to have another perspective, you want another opinion, and it's your perspective. Let's look at this in a different way, with a different light. So that's going to happen in June, a real reviewing of how things are done. For some of you, I feel like it's going to be, there's a little bit of self-sacrifice in June, in that you're going to, in order to help somebody out, family member, husband, partner, children, whoever that is, you need to give up something of you that you want to do. There's a little bit of self-sacrifice. Just be careful that you don't overcommit or over-sacrifice at your expense hugely. Okay, always still consider you, but you're going to feel a little bit put out by something that's going to occur in June. So just be mindful that you don't give too much and then resent it. Okay, so if that's your situation, just be mindful that you give what you are capable of giving, don't do over the top, don't give too much and then become resentful for it, because there's a little bit of self-sacrifice here. You're going to have to put something of yours on the back burner for a little while. Okay, and that's for some of you. Okay, for others of you, it's going to mean you need a new perspective on a situation. Okay, absolutely. Okay, in July, you're going to feel, and it could be a spillover from June, but I would say to you that you're going to feel very protective of your family. The lion is going to come in, and you feel this, you need to protect your family. You need to play the protector role in July. So there's a situation that's coming up. It could be this self-sacrifice, helping out one of your children, or helping out your partner, or helping out someone in the family, or some close friend, where you're doing it because your protection, your protectiveness comes into play. Don't overcommit though, so that you don't regret doing that or be begrudged giving up your time. But there is some sort of, you feel like you need to be take on the protector role with that, and just be careful that you don't overdo it. You know, when people are going through difficult times, they go through difficult times because the lessons are theirs to learn. And when we come in and we want to help them because we love them and we want to ease their burden, really what we're doing as well is taking away their opportunity for growth, their opportunity for learning. So it's important to be supportive, but the lesson doesn't belong to you, it belongs to them. So make sure too that you don't take it on totally, and that they are still learning something from that lesson. Otherwise they're going to repeat it further down the track. Further down the track. For some of you, you're going to feel like there's a sense of loss. There's a sense of being left out in the cold, so that it could be, for some of you, I feel like it's a situation where something's going on and you're not in it. You're not being told all the information. You're not being told what is going on completely, and so you're feeling a little bit left out of the loop. You're feeling left out of the loop. It could be your children. It could be your children are, up to something and they're not telling you what's going on, so you're not quite sure. It's just, or it could be at work that some new project's happening, something's happening, and you're feeling a little bit left out because you don't know completely what's going on. That's the way you're feeling. That's the energy that's going to be around you. It doesn't have to be reality. It's how you're perceiving it. So just be mindful of that energy in July. In July. Okay, come August, it's going to be a bit of a hard month, I think. Come August, there's going to be something that you uncover, some deception, some betrayal. Something's going to be going on in August. It could be why you're feeling left out of the loop in July. It could be spilling over in August. You find out what's going on. You find out that there's some sort of deception, something that you're going to uncover that you didn't know. So some truth is going to be revealed for you in August. So that is a real discovery sort of energy. I'm going to pull another card, see if I can get a little bit more explanation of that for you. Okay, yeah, it's the Justice card. So you will find out. You will find out what's going on, and you will be able to deal with it with a level head. Make sure that it's balanced. You're thinking things through before you take action or speak about it. It's really about balancing the scales. Get all your facts. Get all your facts out. Find out all the facts, and then weigh it out. Weigh out the pluses, minuses, pros and cons. What's going on before you react to that situation. So there's something coming up in August for you that needs for you to think, balance things out before you make a decision, make a choice, or decide, or say something. And it's going to be different for all of you. And it'll be in varying degrees. Some of them will be quite severe, some of them won't. It just depends on what sort of energy you're going to be pulling in, what sort of energy you're going to be pulling in. By September, you're back in control. I feel like you're back in control. The King of Cups is quite a strong character. He's level-headed. He's got his emotions worked out. So I feel like emotionally in September, you're going to be balanced, back in the swing of things, back good to go. You're going to feel strong. You're going to feel balanced. You're going to feel capable and powerful. You're in the position of making decisions and choices as well. Okay, you're in a position to make choices and decisions as well here. Okay, with this energy. Yeah. What else can I pick up with that? Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of, you operate on an emotional level anyway because you're a water sign. You operate on an emotional level, but in September, you've actually got it under control. You are feeling okay about the way things have gone and what's happened and what you've done. So there's a quiet strength there as well. Just be mindful that you don't dominate too much. You don't make too many, take control too much. Let other people take some of the responsibility. Don't take on too much of that responsibility as well in September. okay? In October, you've got the Queen of Swords. Yeah, and it's sort of, you know, to a degree, you're divinely guided. You're confident. You're strong. You're able to take on challenges, make decisions, and move forward. You know, move forward. It's just you're in a position of. You know, I also feel like people are going to look up to you. They're going to there's a level of admiration for where you're at and what you're doing. You're in a good place in October. You're in a good place in October. And you're going to get. I feel like you're going to get a lot of intuitive messages. You're going to get a lot of sort of, well, let's call it gut feelings. You know, you're going to know what you need to do. You're not going to know what decisions to make because you're going to be divinely guided. And so it's about being still. It's about being still and allowing that divinity, that information to come through and flow through for you in your strength. People are going to turn to you for strength, for what knowledge, for support. Okay, it's almost like you're the center of whatever else is going on around you. You're the core. You've got quite an important role there in October. Okay, by November, you've absolutely taken charge. You've absolutely taken charge. You're directing this. This is your life, your decisions. You know what you're doing. You've got that. You know, a chariot is you're on life's path, your journey, and it's fast. You're moving fast, but you've got control of these forces. You know, this balance of, you know, yin and yang, you know, shadow and light. You've got the balance there. You've come to this place where you are determined, you're balanced, you're centered. Any plans that you want to make, anything that you want to put into place, then go ahead and do it, because you can channel your energies and focus them in the direction that you want them to take. So it's almost like you're steering this. So anything that you want to do in your life, things you want to put into place, anything that you want to plan, go ahead and do it in November, because the energy is absolutely fantastic in November. December, you've got two cards, and interestingly enough, they're both knights, the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Wands. Okay, the Knight of Wands is really, I get a sense of new projects, new things that you want to put into place. There's going to be new projects. You're going to think about what you want to do and actually start putting them into place. Start following them through. For some of you, it's a new study. For some of you, it's a move of house. For some of you, it's a new job, a new project at work. For people that are in their own jobs or own business, it's a new product or a new way of doing things, or how to motivate your staff. It's just a different way of doing things. It's absolutely a different way of doing things. But you've also got a warning here. You know, you've got the Knight of Cups, and this can also, I feel like with you, I want to say to you, you know, you've got this force, this power, this passion, this drive, this focus. Don't become obsessive about it. Don't allow it to totally consume everything that you are, because this can be a little bit obsessive, where this has got direction and passion and focus. This can get caught up in emotions, and you can lose sight of the direction you're taking because you get caught up in emotions, and that can muddy the waters. That can create, you know, an inability to make decisions, because this focus is you just able to make decisions. But don't become obsessive about it. Stay focused. Keep your emotions in check. Okay, listen to other people around you and what they're wanting and what they're needing, because that's equally important. So don't just dominate everything and forget that other people also have opinions and ideas, because it's something that's going to really be quite passionate for you, something that is going to have a lot of meaning for you. Okay, and that's December. Wow, that's action-packed that month, really. You've got an interesting year ahead. Interesting year ahead. It's going to have its ups and downs. It's, you know, And that's okay, because that's how we learn. That's, you know, it's about ease and grace. When you're coming up against situations and difficulties, it's ease and grace. You just go with the flow of it all, you know, absolutely go with the flow of it all. And see how, you know, see how it works, you know, because it's all a learning process. It's all a learning process. They're all lessons. They're all lessons. Another sign got this too, windfalls of abundance. Christmas time. Christmas time. You know, you've got a lot of stuff happening at Christmas time. A lot of focus, a lot of passion, a lot of fire, a lot of drive. You know, you're going to get some surprises coming up at Christmas time. An increase in abundance is arriving in many different forms. Some of these are expected. Be open to receiving and know that this abundance comes to you to support your life purpose, health, and charitable work. So don't forget to give to others as well. So that's December. I see that as the overview of the year leads to the outcome in December for you, which is the grand finale, I think. These cards are going to give you a spiritual overview of where you're at in the general lessons and energy for December, for 2018. I keep wanting to say December because it's where I'm sort of drawn with you. Okay, so for you, you've got the card. It's silence. Silence for you. It's about not verbalizing and talking about and putting out there all this, you know, this chatter. It's about going within. There's a lot of emotional work here. There's a lot of internal work here for you next year. It's about that stillness and that silence and that personal questioning and allowing the dreams to come through and learning from it, releasing it, letting it go. And it's in silence, in centering, that we discover a lot about ourselves and that growth. So I hope that this is beneficial for you. I hope you've enjoyed your 2018 projection. If you would like a personalised 2018 yearly projection or reading, please follow the link below on my website and book a reading for that. That's my dog. Enjoy.